What you are about to witness is a story of total annihilation and an astonishing resurrection. This vehicle was consumed by fire, a complete loss. But a hidden workshop holds the secret to bringing it back from the dead. The process you'll see is so transformative, it will challenge everything you know about repair. From the ashes of a devastating fire, the work begins. Sparks fly as the deconstruction commences. Every piece of this metal carcass tells a story of destruction. Carefully, the team grinds away the remnants of the past. The burnt skeleton is systematically dismantled. The scarred cabin is lifted away, a ghost of its former self. Its twisted metal is a testament to the intense heat it endured. Inside, a scene of utter devastation. Now, they turn their attention to the heart of the machine. The heavy engine is carefully hoisted from its ruined home. With coordinated effort, the powerhouse is moved aside. The massive fuel tank, the source of the inferno, is next. Finally, the bare, broken chassis is all that remains. The vehicle is stripped down to its very soul from the wreckage. A new foundation must be forged. With traditional tools and immense effort, the rebuilding process starts. These craftsmen work in the most challenging conditions. Every component is handled with precision and strength. The old, worn-out wheels tell a story of long journeys. Beneath the chassis, a delicate and demanding repair takes place. Using chains and raw power, they begin to realign the frame. The extent of the damage is revealed in the warped, rusted steel. Decades of grime and rust are painstakingly cleared away. Underneath, the intricate work on the rear axle begins. Heavy machinery is brought in to assist with the immense task. The entire workshop collaborates in this mechanical ballet. The rear axle assembly is lifted, a critical component in the vehicle's rebirth. As it's lowered, the first signs of a functioning machine emerge. The rejuvenated chassis is carefully set back down. Piece by piece, the foundation is made whole, again. Teamwork is essential in this colossal undertaking. A lone craftsman ensures every detail is perfect. Now, the focus shifts to shaping new steel. A hydraulic press bends massive metal beams with incredible force. Under immense pressure, new parts for the frame are forged. The process draws an audience, a testament to the skill on display. These newly shaped beams are the bones of the new structure. Hand tools are used for the fine adjustments, ensuring a perfect fit. Another massive piece of steel is prepared for transformation. The coordinated effort of the team makes the impossible look routine. The machine operator masterfully controls the immense power. The finished piece is ready to be integrated into the main assembly. The new metal skeleton begins to take shape. This is where raw materials are turned into a precision machine. Every bolt is tightened with exacting care. The rhythmic sound of hammers fine-tunes the alignment. one perfect strike at a time. Measurements are checked and rechecked. There is no room for error. Precision instruments guarantee the frame's integrity. The nearly completed frame stands as a monument to their craftsmanship. Final adjustments are made to the smaller components. The team works in unison to complete the final assembly steps. A final inspection ensures every detail meets their high standards. The completed frame is a masterpiece of metalwork. The fire of the torch now becomes a tool of creation. New brackets and supports are carefully fitted into place. An electric welder fuses the new parts to the old frame. The partially repaired chassis shows a patchwork of old and new, drilling new holes for modern components. Precision welding reinforces critical joints. A hammer is used to shape and mold the metal. The team works together, combining heat and force. Another weld secures a vital connection. A mechanic carefully tightens bolts, securing a new part. The first coat of paint signals a new beginning. The assembly process continues on the freshly painted frame. Every connection is meticulously secured. Care is taken not to damage the new finish. A contrasting black paint is applied to certain components. The detailed paintwork adds a professional touch. Final mechanical parts are installed with precision. The craftsmen inspect their work. A moment of quiet pride. The finished chassis, reborn from the ashes, is ready. It is loaded for the next stage of its incredible journey. A new cabin is hoisted, ready to be joined with the frame. The team begins the complex process of reassembly. Slowly, the familiar shape of a truck begins to reappear. Beneath the vehicle, the drivetrain is painstakingly installed. The rear axle is carefully maneuvered into place. A new wheel is fitted, a symbol of progress. The team works together to mount the heavy wheel. Intricate work continues on the rear axle and suspension. A young apprentice focuses on a smaller but crucial component. The chassis is now a bustling hub of activity. Dirty hands perform the delicate task of connecting the suspension. A large wrench is used to apply the necessary torque. The rolling chassis is now complete. A major milestone. The rebuilt engine, a blend of black and red, is lowered from above. It is carefully guided into its new home. The heart of the truck is successfully transplanted. The cabin is meticulously prepared for a new coat of paint. A vibrant yellow is sprayed, bringing the truck to life. A light green completes the new custom color scheme. The truck, fully assembled and painted, stands transformed. The final touches of paint are applied with a steady hand. The finished surface gleams in the sunlight. This workshop is a place of incredible transformations. The resurrected truck is almost ready to leave the nest, but there is still detailed work to be done on the axle. Plasma cutting is used to make precise modifications. The quality of every weld is carefully inspected. More structural components are assembled by the team. In the workshop, metal is bent to their will. Each piece is shaped with care and precision. The process requires both strength and finesse. Heavy metal beams are transported by hand. A welder joins the new pieces to the frame. The strong, clean weld is a mark of quality. A grinder smooths the surface, preparing it for the next step. The sparks of the welder are a constant sight in this workshop. Another perfect seam is created. A tap of the hammer ensures everything is perfectly aligned. The frame now looks clean, solid, and strong. The final surface preparations are underway. The assembly of the main chassis requires brute force and teamwork. A large team works in concert to build the truck's backbone. As the structure grows, more hands are needed. Large tools are used to secure the massive joints. Each section is lifted and carefully positioned. An inspector walks the length of the nearly finished frame. The details show the quality of the fabrication. A power drill creates a new connection point. A grinder cleans and prepares a metal surface. The intense light of the welder signifies progress. A new component is carefully fitted and bolted down. The joints are welded with meticulous care. The structure becomes more complex with each added part. A mechanic performs a close-up inspection. Even the smallest parts are installed with precision. A final turn of the wrench secures a bolt. A large suspension component is now being installed. The mechanic ensures the part is perfectly seated. Another small but vital part is added to the assembly. The front axle is installed, a critical final step for the chassis. Work on the intricate leaf spring suspension begins. Lying beneath the massive frame, a craftsman works his magic. A specialist focuses on a small component of the suspension system. Now, attention turns to the truck's braking system. 3 men coordinate to lift and install the heavy engine. Carefully, they lower the powerhouse into the frame. The assembled suspension is checked and adjusted. A damaged cabin, perhaps the original, is lifted high. The team works together to fit the new cabin onto the chassis. The suspension work requires a group effort. A mechanic works on the wheel hub assembly. A hydraulic press assists in fitting a suspension part. Markings are made on the frame for a new cut. 2 men work together to install a new frame component. The meticulous assembly of the frame continues. A drill is used to create a new mounting point. Smoke rises as a welder strengthens the chassis. A grinder smooths the new weld. ensuring a perfect finish. The plasma cutter makes a precise incision in the steel. The final hole is sealed, completing the frame restoration. Sparks fly as the last imperfections are welded shut. Two men work on the large yellow chassis. The process of bolting the framework together is a two-man job. A mechanic makes a fine adjustment to a component. The old rusted axle is carefully maneuvered by a team. It is gently lowered into position for refurbishment. A mechanic inspects the wheel hub. New suspension parts are installed, a contrast to the old frame. The methodical installation of the suspension system continues. A single craftsman carefully fits a leaf spring. It takes two men to guide the heavy spring into place. A close-up shows a bolt being tightened on the suspension. Detailed adjustments are made to the wheel assembly. The team works in harmony to fit another suspension part. The difficult task of fitting a suspension component requires focus. The final torque is applied to a suspension bolt. A mechanic checks the functionality of the new parts. The work is precise and requires a delicate touch. Another piece of the complex suspension puzzle is put in place. The chassis is now a hive of coordinated activity. The entire team swarms the vehicle for the final push. Now, the heavy work of mounting the tires begins with great effort. They guide the wheel onto the hub. It's a struggle of strength and balance. Attention now shifts to the cabin as the new windshield is prepared. Measurements are taken for a perfect fit. The team carefully installs the new glass. The windshield is secured. One of the final pieces of the puzzle. The new exhaust system is fitted into place. The complete rear axle assembly is hoisted and installed. A worker tightens the final bolts on the axle. The team works diligently to complete the installation. A final check ensures the rear axle is secure. The truck is nearly whole again. A vision of renewal. Its transformation complete. It rolls out of the workshop. Reborn from fire. It drives into
A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel at Restoration King 485 for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.